how do you feel about it, or do you want me to talk about it? Like, what do you want to do? Like,
well, so I mean, Bronny had a second workout with the Suns, so that I'm assuming it's already happened because the draft is legitimately tomorrow, so it had to have happened. Yeah. But really enough, I follow a lot of insiders from the Phoenix Suns, and so they're working out some guys, including Ryan Dunn, Tyler Kolek, and some guards. One of them from Marquette, the other one from Virginia. But
Virginia Tech.
No, Virginia. UVA. And I know this is
the combine dude was from Virginia.
And I know this is kind of off topic because I'm talking about my Suns. I love talking about my Suns, but it didn't none of the sources that I was talking about. I know we're talking about the Suns. They didn't mention that Bronny had a good workout, bad workout, any kind of workout with the Suns.
Yeah,
and it's happened around the same time with the JJ Redick news. And I think that's too much of coincidence.
I think the JJ Redick move
changed everything.
It changed
the
dynamic
everything.
Changes
everything
where he goes to. Let me ask you this. Let's pivot here for a second. Let's say Bronny gets drafted tomorrow. What teams, if anything, do you think he goes to, or who has the most pull? Or where do you think he goes? And then I'll give you my opinion, and then we can talk about it from there.
If he gets drafted, Lakers at 55. If not, he goes undrafted and signs with the Lakers. I think he's going to the Lakers. He will go with the Lakers. LeBron stays with the Lakers. Bronny goes to the Lakers. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
100%.
I have a little bit different feeling on it. I think if he does get drafted, I have mixed feelings with this because you look at his combine numbers, right? And he didn't do anything to wow anybody. Not at all. No. He didn't wow a single person. Now, he didn't bomb by any means. He played. He did well, middle of the line, right? And I doing some research and listening to people and obviously looking at the Suns, practicing with them. I think there's 3 teams that draft him tomorrow if they do draft at all. I think it comes down to the Suns, Dallas Mavs, and Minnesota Timberwolves. I think those are 3 teams. If anybody drafts him, be him. If he doesn't get drafted, I think I agree with you. He goes free agent. He signs with the Lakers because he's going to play with his dad. His dad made a comment many years ago. I want to play 1 year with my son before I retire, and I think we see that happen, if nothing else. So I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Dude, the mock drafts are all over the place. But I think if any team does draft him, it'll be the Suns, Mavs, or the Timberwolves. If he doesn't get drafted tomorrow, if everyone is in that room and they're doing their analytics and they're doing what they need to do, I think he goes free agency and he signs with the Lakers. He has nothing to lose, and I think he plays with his dad for a year and his dad retires. So, what do you think about that?
I think that will end up happening. I think he'll go undrafted and sign with the Lakers. Honestly,
I see it too. Actually, I don't see him getting drafted tomorrow.
I don't see him get drafted. Yeah. I think he will fall out of the draft, which is, his agent was really trying to get him drafted in that first round, but I think it ultimately doesn't happen because the teams, the teams are going to have discussions with Rich Paul, and it's going to be hard questions like, Rich Paul, motherfuck, if we draft him, are we getting Bron or not? If you stutter, it's like, okay, we're not going to draft him.
Yeah.
If you even stutter, we're not going to draft him. I don't care. Right. And if I'm the GM of a team, I'm like, Rich, we're getting him, right? No? Then we're not getting him. You know what? We're not even. He's off the draft board. If you don't answer within the next 5 seconds, he's off the draft board. 100%.
I like it. I agree with you.
Do you not think they're thinking that? He's off the draft board. If you can't give me a definitive answer in 5 seconds, he is off the draft board.
I agree with you, man. I agree with you.
He's off the draft board. So
anything
that's how
else you want to